Imagine you're an ancient human. You live in a tribe of 30 people. You've known the same faces your entire life. One of them is special. You gather food together. You sit next to each other by the fire. You laugh together. You sleep near each other. And one day, they're gone. Maybe they chose someone else. Maybe they joined another tribe. Maybe they died. Either way, you'll never see them again. Today you could text a friend, watch a movie, scroll social media, listen to sad music. Ancient humans had none of that. So what happened when their hearts broke? Well, the answer might explain why heartbreak hurts so much today. Because heartbreak isn't a modern problem. It's ancient. Really ancient. In fact, your brain may have evolved to make heartbreak hurt on purpose. Think about it. For most of human history, survival depended on other people. Alone, you were vulnerable. You couldn't hunt as well. You couldn't defend yourself as well. You were more likely to die. So evolution created a powerful system. A system that pushed humans toward connection, toward relationships, toward belonging. And when those connections broke, it punished you. Not with claws, not with teeth, but with emotional pain. In a strange way. Heartbreak is your brain's alarm system. It's saying something important has been lost. And for ancient humans, that loss wasn't just emotional. It could be dangerous. Losing a partner might mean losing protection, losing help gathering food, losing social status, losing future children. Sometimes, losing your place in the tribe itself. That's why heartbreak feels so overwhelming. Your brain still reacts as if losing someone could threaten your survival, even though you're sitting safely on a couch. Imagine you're an ancient human. The person you love disappears. Suddenly, you can't stop thinking about them. You replay every memory, every conversation, every mistake. At first, this seems cruel. Why would your brain torture you? But what if it wasn't torture? What if it was survival? Some scientists believe emotional pain evolved for the same reason physical pain did. Physical pain stops you from touching fire twice. Emotional pain stops you from losing important relationships twice. In other words, heartbreak may be your brain's way of saying, pay attention. Something valuable was lost. And for ancient humans, that message could mean the difference between survival and death. Here's something strange. When people fall in love, the brain releases chemicals such as dopamine, the same reward chemical involved in addiction. Now imagine losing that person. The rewards disappear, the connection disappears, the comfort disappears, but your brain still wants it back, which creates a shocking possibility. Heartbreak may feel terrible because part of your brain is experiencing something similar to withdrawal. That's why people constantly think about an ex, why they replay memories, why they struggle to let go. Ancient humans didn't know neuroscience, but they probably felt the exact same cravings around a campfire 50,000 years ago. Different world, same brain. Imagine your ex lives next door. Now imagine your ex lives in your house. Now imagine your ex lives in your house. And there are only 30 people in the entire community. That's ancient life. You couldn't block them. You couldn't unfollow them. You couldn't move away. Tomorrow you'd gather food together. Tomorrow night you'd sit around the same fire. Next month you'd still see them. Every day. Ancient humans may have experienced the longest breakups in human history. And somehow, they still recovered, which says something remarkable about the human mind. So how did they do it? One answer is surprisingly simple. Work. Not jobs, not careers, survival. When the tribe needed food, they gathered food. When tools broke, they fixed them. When predators appeared, they stayed alert. When children needed protection, they helped. Life didn't pause for heartbreak. The tribe couldn't stop because one person was sad. And that constant sense of purpose may have been one of humanity's oldest coping mechanisms. Even today, psychologists often recommend staying engaged in meaningful activities after loss. Ancient humans didn't know psychology, but they lived it every single day. But staying busy wasn't the only reason ancient humans recovered. There was something else, something many modern people are slowly losing: community. Today, you can spend an entire day without speaking to another person. You can eat alone, work alone, drive alone, even suffer alone. For ancient humans, that was almost impossible. Human beings evolved in groups, small groups, close groups, groups where everyone knew each other, groups where your problems became everyone's. If you were injured, people noticed. If you were hungry, people noticed. And if your heart was broken, people probably noticed that too. You couldn't lock yourself in a room. There were no rooms. You couldn't disappear for weeks. The tribe depended on you, and you depended on them. Every day brought interaction, conversations, stories, laughter, arguments, advice, distractions. The very things that help people heal today. Except ancient humans experienced them constantly, without even trying. But heartbreak wasn't always caused by rejection. Sometimes, it was caused by something far worse: death. Imagine living in a world where modern medicine doesn't exist. No hospitals, no antibiotics, no emergency rooms. A small infection could become deadly. A hunting accident could end a life. A harsh winter could wipe out entire families. Death wasn't rare. It was part of life. Ancient humans likely lost loved ones far more often than we do today. Parents lost children. Children lost parents. Partners lost partners. Friends lost friends. Again and again. And yet, humanity continued. How? Because humans developed ways to carry grief. Not eliminate it, carry it. Archaeologists have discovered ancient burials dating back tens of thousands of years. Some bodies were carefully placed in graves. Some were buried with tools. Others with objects that appeared meaningful. Why would people do this? Because even ancient humans struggled to say goodbye. They remembered. They mourned. They honored the people they lost. In other words, they grieved, just like we do. And grief may have taught them something important. Pain doesn't disappear overnight. It changes. At first, loss feels impossible to accept. Your mind keeps expecting the person to return. You look for them. Think about them. Dream about them. Ancient humans probably experienced all of this too, because the human brain hasn't changed very much. The same emotions you feel today were likely felt around campfires thousands of generations ago. But there was one ancient tool that may have helped more than anything else: stories. Humans are storytelling creatures. We tell stories when we're happy. We tell stories when we're scared. And we tell stories when we're hurting. Imagine an ancient tribe sitting around a fire after sunset. The stars above, the darkness beyond. Someone begins talking about a person who is gone. A hunter, a friend, a partner, a parent. At first, the story hurts. But eventually, people laugh. They remember good moments, funny moments, meaningful moments. The person is gone, but their story remains. And stories do something remarkable. They keep people alive in memory, even after they're gone. Modern psychologists call this a continuing bond. The idea that we don't always move on from people. Sometimes, we move forward with them. Their lessons, their memories, their influence. Ancient humans probably understood this long before science gave it a name. And here's the surprising part. Many of the things ancient humans did to heal heartbreak are exactly what experts recommend today. Spend time with people. Stay active. Find purpose. Talk about your feelings. Share stories. Give yourself time. Thousands of years have passed. Empires have risen. Civilizations have fallen. Technology has transformed the world. Yet the basic formula remains almost identical, which reveals something fascinating. The human brain may be ancient, but it was built to recover. Not quickly. Not perfectly. But eventually. Heartbreak feels permanent while you're inside it. Ancient humans probably felt that too. They probably thought the pain would never end, yet somehow, it did. Little by little, day by day, season by season, and perhaps that's the most important lesson they can teach us. Not that heartbreak is easy, not that loss doesn't hurt, but that humans have survived it for hundreds of thousands of years, including the people who came before you, the people who sat around fires beneath unfamiliar stars, the people who loved, the people who lost, and somehow found a way to keep going, because beneath our phones, our cities, our modern lives, we're still the same species, still searching for connection, still afraid of loss, still learning how to let go, and still finding ways to keep going.